It's time now for the West Holmes Knights Football Weekly Preview Show, brought to you by MRV Siding Supply.
This week's Knights Football Weekly Preview Show brought to you by MRV Siding Supply. I'm Matt Croy alongside Will O'Donnell. West Holmes picking up their first victory of the season, a 43-29 winner over Orville on the road. Always nice to pick up that first win, Will.
It was, and a confidence boost for those guys. I think they were challenged there at halftime by Coach Leppla, and they responded.
And for Coach Leppla, feel good for him, his first victory as the head coach for West Holmes.
Yeah, you want to get that off your back, and he did, and now, he can focus on what he wants to do, which is just get better every week.
We talked about the defense, certainly Coach Leppla bringing that defensive mentality to this team, and they were kind of a ball hawk defense last week, forcing 5 turnovers on Orville.
Yeah, I mean, some of those are self-inflicted, but some of those are West Holmes caused, and that's what we, got accustomed to, is seeing a West Holmes defense create turnovers, and, along with that, held them to 7 points in the second half and really dictated that game.
And how about the offense, and especially the offensive line? I know some criticism that first week, and really they fixed some things from week 1 and week 2 because they looked pretty good and really opened up some holes for that offense.
They did. I think against Troy, they gave up 5 sacks and consistently gave up pressure, rushing 4. So it was good to see him keep Smith upright. I don't think he had any sacks. Maybe pressured once, maybe twice, but it was typical Smith after that because he tucked it and ran.
Yeah, and how about Brody Bowman? Certainly making some plays also at that running back position.
Yeah, I mean, what a breakout night for that kid. I mean, 2 solid runs there, and then the big run, the 12-yarder, where he made a good cut and beat everybody in the end zone, and then showing what he could do in the passing game too. So Brody Bowman really set the bar high for himself. I want to see that continue.
Great to see that. West Holmes again going to 1-1 on the year. With more on that, and well, I was supposed to look at this week's matchup with Dover. Let's go out the Knight Stadium to Jake Sidle alongside head coach Keaton Leppla.
Jake Sidle here with West Holmes coach Keaton Leppla. Coach, congratulations on your first win as head coach at West Holmes. Just tell us a little bit about what it feels to kind of get that monkey off your back.
Yeah, obviously it feels good from a personal standpoint, but I think the biggest thing is it's a monkey off the back for our kids. Just to put that week 1 loss behind us, to get back on the right track and do it in a overall game perspective, really well played game by our kids. To get them rolling, I think, is the biggest thing. Obviously, it feels good. It's a lot better than the feeling we had last week talking, but it's a business mentality. I enjoyed it Friday night, but then as soon as Saturday came, we got back to work to get ready for Dover.
How much did it mean to your kids to really have it turned into a back-and-forth game there for a little bit and then be able to pull away in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, talking to the kids, I told them, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter. It's going to be back and forth. Nothing's going to be easy for us, and we got to learn how to fight and scrape and claw, and, our kids did that. And, for me, that's the message I sent to them, and they were able to do it. And for them to respond the way they did after what happened in week 1, it's a testament to those kids. It's a testament to the culture that we're building. It's a testament, to this community that's, resilient no matter what adversity comes their way.
Coach, tell us a little bit about Brody Bowman. 5 total touchdowns, really single-handedly helped you beat this Orville offense, or defense, I should say.
Yeah, Brody's a kid who's, I think I look back, I think he's a 90%, 95% attendance rate from when I started in March, when we started off-season stuff in March, all the way up until, the first week of mandatory practice. So, that works. It's something that us as coaches have seen the entire time. Super happy for that kid to be able to show it in front of the community and show, it really shows the amount of work that he put in all off-season. For him to step in and capitalize and, all that hard work to pay off for him.
Coach, you've got one more non-conference game before you get into the OCC, but it's really going to be a preview of what could become a very big conference rivalry between Dover. What are you doing to get ready for the Tornadoes?
Well, I think it's we're buying into the message. It's the same message. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to play 4 quarters. Hey, we got to be more physical. We got to be tougher. Hey, they got a ton of speed on the outside. They got a quarterback who's really good, and defensively they run to the football. Hey, and they're a huge effort team. So, we got a tall task ahead of us. But I said to these kids, listen, it's about us. It's about our execution. It's about what we do. And we're moving forward. It's business. It's business. It's clock in. It's go to work. And it's going to be back and forth. It's going to be a tough fight, and we're going to see how we respond and how we execute.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Good luck on Friday night.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Jake Sidle back with West Holmes junior running back Brody Bowman. Brody, 4 touchdowns on Friday night against the Red Riders. Walk us through a little bit of what it felt like to score 4 times.
Getting in the end zone every time, it's a different rush. Really just give a shout out to the O-line for helping me get there. Morgan Smith dropping a beautiful pass on my 4th touchdown. And yeah, it's just a great feeling scoring points for the team.
How does it feel to have such a big comeback win against a team like Orville, who really had their way with Worcester week 1?
Feels great. We went in the trial way thinking we were just going to pummel them, and that just didn't happen. But Orville, we went in. We just knew we had to dominate, and that's what we did.
You've got Dover coming up, a preview of what's going to become a conference rivalry. What are you doing to get ready for the Tornadoes?
We're really set up the defense good to stop their pass game and their fast receivers on the outside. And we're just going to trying to establish the run game this week in practice, and so we can run the ball good Friday.
Brody, thanks so much for your time. Good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
All right, Jay, thank you. Well, if you're in the market for a new door, window, or siding, they have nothing but the best right here at MRV Siding Supply. Stop by and take a look at their beautiful showroom here on County Road 624 Millersburg. And when you think about top-quality products, they have, of course, a Provia that you're looking at behind me right now. All of the best products and brands. Stop by and take a look. Of course, they also have locations in Newark and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They're also on the web at mrvsiding.com. That's MRV Siding Supply. Well, West Holmes, of course, that record now 1-1 with the season opening loss to Triway, and of course last week's victory on the road over Orville. And for Dover, they come in with a record of 2-0. Of course, wins over Green as well as a win over Canton South last week. Dover last year coming off a 6-5 campaign. Their only playoff game, a loss to Kinston a season ago. The last time West Holmes played Dover, that was back in 2012. Of course, West Holmes fell to Dover 48-21 in the regional finals. Of course, then it was Tom Benson Stadium. Of course, now it's Fawcett Stadium then. Now it's Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium at that time. West Holmes all-time 0-6 versus Dover. And, well, bottom line is we know it's always going to be a challenge taking on the Dover Tornadoes.
Yeah, it's a proud program. We know what they've done. In fact, you can look at that 2012 team. It's the same coach. And he knows what he's doing. He runs a great program. And we've got our hands, cut out for us, because you look at what they did against always a good Green team and a good Canton South program. They come in with a lot of speed. So West Holmes really going to have to be ready.
Really are, but the one thing about it, West Holmes comes in with a lot of confidence after their first win of the season, and also has a lot of excitement as playing your first home game of the year.
It is. It's always special to be back at home, and that'll have the kids amped up. But like I said, you just got to keep improving, playing hard, playing better, play with confidence, and like I said, get off to a good start and keep this ball rolling.
Let's say you get a lot of improvement between week 1 and week 2, and in week 3 you have a really good measuring stick, as you mentioned, playing against a really good team like this.
They do, and I think it's a good early test. I know they're not in the conference yet, but as we move forward in this conference, West Holmes, Senior, Ashland, Dover, these are going to be the teams to beat.
Certainly will. It should be a lot of excitement here on Friday night in Knight Stadium. We encourage everybody to come out there at the home site and cheer on this West Holmes team on Friday. But if you can't make it out, even if you do come out, check it out on the video live stream, of course, on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of our partnership with Claxon Communications. Of course, we're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Our hometown football Friday night pregame show begins at 6 p.m. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Well, for Will O'Donnell, I'm Matt Croy. Special thanks to Jake Sidle, Keaton Leppla, and Brody Bowman. That's been this week's Knights Football Weekly Preview Show, brought to you by MRV Siding Supply.
You've been watching the West Holmes Knights Football Weekly Preview Show, brought to you by MRV Siding Supply.